Ladies and gentlemen, the American cheering Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Eric Deters Show. And it is also April 11th is National Pet Day. Do you have a pet? We've got Willow. She's enough. Trump cabinet meeting yesterday was incredible. I watched it while I was working, and they go around the table, and you think about all that's getting accomplished. Everything that they're doing that was not being done for 4 years, it's off the charts. For example, Duffy, Transportation Secretary, pointed out that all these so-called infrastructure projects were approved were so loaded up with regulations and green crap that they weren't going anywhere. I mean, just awful. $5.8 trillion budget. That's our budget, folks. 5.8, it wasn't a balanced one. Was approved yesterday. But this is good because it allows Trump to get rolling. China tariffs are now 145%. China increased theirs already against us. But I want to just stress this to you. China's tariffs to us don't mean anything. It's all coming one way, China to us. We don't get to import hardly anything to China. We are going to suffocate China's market. It's going to be bad for them. Vietnam trade talks. This is huge because people perceive Vietnam as a potential alternative to cheap labor that was coming out of China. Inflation slowed in March. You believe it? 2 months in, slowed in March. This is sad. Yesterday it was reported by Bobby Kennedy that when he was a kid, he's a little older than I am, I'm 61. I think he's 67. Autism, 1 in 30,000. Now it's 1 in 38. How messed up is that? It's messed up. He promises to get to the bottom of it. All right, there's more oil in the Gulf of America they found. Yeah. March deficit fell to $161 billion. The deficits that good old Biden were running were off the charts. The deficit's already fallen. And Elon Musk says in 2026, he'll save us $150 to $160 billion. Remember what Schumer said? Oh, $1 million here, $1 million there. Are you kidding me? Over 5 years, that's $1 trillion. And you know they'll find more. It also came out yesterday that they're going to be releasing the RFK Jr. assassination file. Excuse me, the RFK assassination files. And Jr.'s very happy about it. Sad, sad, sad. An executive from Spain, Siemens, he was the Siemens executive in Spain, and his wife and 3 children were killed in a helicopter crash over the Hudson River. There's video footage of the chopper going down. I saw one thing where apparently the chopper said they ran out of gas. They needed gas, but something's amiss. I mean, this is a private company. This has nothing to do with the FFA or anything like that. FAA, nothing like that. But it's sad. You see that picture of that family, all gone. But unlike Biden, of course, Trump's promised he'll report what the hell happened as soon as they know. It's Mr. Escobar, president of Siemens in Spain. China movie threat. This is funny. China apparently threatened to stop funding movies, to which Trump said, well, I've heard of much worse things. I love it. And the SAVE Act passed the House yesterday. This is proof of citizenship to vote. You know, everything the Democrats wanted to happen with their illegal immigration isn't happening. CDC, well, there is pressure put on them for lots of things, but the latest is there's accusations that CDC, the person in charge of the vax issues, is deleted documents. And Tim Walz went to a veterans event and got booed. Gretchen Whitmer from Michigan, a couple of days ago, went to the White House, and Trump was complimentary of her. And she's getting all kinds of help from the Democrats for going. Apple allegedly shipped 600 tons of iPhones to the United States to avoid tariff issues. That's funny. Usha Vance says that J.D. Vance as vice president is lonely. It's understandable. When you get to those high points, look at Trump. Trump's lonely too. Brett Kavanaugh put a pause on the 6th Circuit, which is around here. 6th Circuit, just so you know, is Michigan, Ohio, Tennessee, and Kentucky. is the Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals for appeals of federal decisions. Kavanaugh put a pause on a case that was going to get rid of qualified immunity. Interesting. Qualified immunity protects public servants. Sanctuary cities. Trump is looking to defund, not give these sanctuary cities any money. And like Tom Homan says, sanctuary cities, just sanctuary for criminals. That's what it is. And illegals must register. There was another Supreme Court decision that illegals must register. Of course they don't, that's another crime. And the U.S. Consumer Price Index was down for the first time in 5 years. Turning to world news, a German journalist was jailed, can't make it up, for doing a meme mocking the lack of free speech. Crazy. Mexico, according to Trump, owes the United States 400 billion gallons of water they've stolen from us. Uh-oh. And Australia rebuffs China. China got on the phone trying to find allies. No. Australia's our ally, G, not yours. They said, no, we're sticking with the United States. Apparently they called South Africa, and who else did they call? We'll see how those goes. And the Russian-American ballerina has been released. You ever notice? Nobody gets released under Joe Biden, but Trump gets people released. Wrongfully detained, served 1 year of 12-year sentence. Why? She donated $50 to Ukrainian charity. Wow. And pop culture. Eric Dane, the actor, he's been in a lot of things. I think he looks like Josh Domenhall, announced that he has ALS. He's only in his 50s. Do you know the color purple doesn't exist? I read an article where they say purple, our mind creates purple, but it doesn't really exist. That makes no sense. DMX won a battle with his ex-wife for his musical catalog. Judge says, too bad you don't get any of it. Publishers Clearinghouse is filing bankruptcy. I guess they delivered one too many of those big old fake checks to somebody's door. Sports Without Boundaries. The Masters is in full swing. Justin Rose is leading the Masters again by 3 strokes. Scotty Scheffler's right there, 3 off the pace. And Fred Couples is the first person to ever shoot over par at 65 years and older. And Isaiah Bond from the University of Texas, formerly of University of Alabama, is turned himself in on a domestic violence charge. All right, Shakespeare insult of the day is, do not be a beetle-headed, dog-hearted ruffian. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great weekend.